Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to Investor Meet of Dachepalli Publishers Limited. I am Ritika Shah from Equibridge, and it's truly a pleasure to host you this evening as we come together to explore a legacy built on education, trust, and growth. Dachepalli Publishers is a century old Hyderabad headquartered K 12 specialist that today serves over 10,000 schools with 600 plus curriculum aligned titles across CBSE, ICSE, and state boards. Built on its own integrated print plus digital ecosystem and platforms like VStudy, it partners with schools across 10 plus states to enhance teaching quality and learning outcomes at scale. It is my privilege to introduce the management and partners who are leading Dachepalli Publishers into its next phase of growth. Mr. Vinod Kumar Dachepalli, Whole-Time Director, Mr. Harish Kumar Dachepalli, Executive Director,
Hello.
Mr. Abhinav Dachepalli, Executive Director.
Hello.
Thank you. And Mr. Hari Surya from BRLM Sphinx Capital. So Here's how today's session will flow. We'll begin with a short introduction and presentation by the leadership team of Dachepalli, followed by an interactive question and answer session where our leaders look forward to engaging with your questions. Thank you once again for joining us, and I'll pass it on to Mr. Harish to begin the discussion. Over to you, sir.
Hello, everyone. I'm Harish Dachepalli, Director, Dachepalli Publishers Limited. Dachepalli is a publishing house which makes school textbooks from kindergarten to class 10th across various boards, that is CBSE, ICSE, and State Board. Right now, schools ranging from 100 to 50,000 are using our product. And this company was started by my great grandfather in the year 1908, which began as a modest retail outlet. Which was doing educational supplies to schools in and around. Later on, when my grandfather took over this company from him, he started the publication. Back then, Hyderabad was a Nizam rule dynasty, and Urdu was its main language. So all our textbooks were printed and published in Urdu, including all the main subjects like science, social, English. Later on, when with the coming of British, we also introduced English. And in the year 1948, when Hyderabad became a part of India, we brought in all the Indian subjects and languages required in the school education. And right now, after 1998, we became a private limited company in 1998. From then, we've been a full-fledged publishing company. And right now, we have around 200 plus employees working for us, 600 plus SKUs across 6 brands. Last year, we sold close to 4 million textbooks. We have around 75 plus authors and in-house and on payroll basis who help us create the manuscripts, and our orders are routed to 300 plus distributors across 10 states in India. We have around 60 plus trained professionals who help us with our tech platform, we study, and also who help us in the designing and illustration works. Our presence right now is in 10 plus states in India. This quarter, September 25, we've done around 40 crores of turnover with a PAT of 7.61. Our ROE is around 24.47 and ROCE around 14.99. As the journey begins in 1998, we became a private limited company. After that, we started. My father and my uncle together started selling textbooks in close to 600 schools in the state of Andhra Pradesh. That is a combined state, Andhra and Telangana. By 2001, they've crossed around 2,000 schools of school supplies, and from 2001 to 2005, we reached around 4,000 to 5,000 schools. By 2005. Me and my brother slowly entered the business, and then we launched CBSE and ICSE vertical, and now we are serving around 10,000 schools across 10 states in India. In 2024, we became a public limited company. We applied for IPO and SME BSE platform. We received our approval, and next week on 22nd, we are launching our IPO. From the management team, Vinod Kumar Dachepalli is my father. He's a whole-time director, and he's been in the industry for 40 years in publishing. And right now, he handles administration and finance for the company. Rishikesh Dachepalli is my uncle. He's also got 35 to 40 years of experience. He takes care of the production of the company. Manjula Dachepalli is my mother. She also takes care of editorial and HR for the company. Myself, Harish Dachepalli, I've been associated in the company for 13 years now. I did my master's in family business from Indian School of Business, Hyderabad. And my brother Abhinav Dachepalli, he's an MBA graduate. He's with the company for almost 10 years now. The other three people are our independent directors, two of them being qualified chartered accountant, and one is a independent director qualified person. I'll let Abhinav take over for the product portfolio.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Avinav Dachepalli, Executive Director of Dachepalli Publishers. I handle marketing and business expansion. I will explain more about our products and how we are going across India. We start with our pre-primary products from play school to KG. Our pre-primary books are NEP aligned and focus on basic languages like English, numbers, thinking, and languages. We provide digital support for all our printed books. Next is our primary e-education. This is our strongest and biggest segment. We cover all main subjects like English, Math, Science, and Social, and along with that, GK, Grammar, Computer, and all other books are also there. To reach every corner of India, we don't just use English. We also have other languages like Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, and Kannada. And in future, we are also coming up with Marathi and Gujarati and many more languages. We follow a blended model. All our printed books are supported by digital contents. So next is our secondary education. Here, beyond the core subjects like English, Maths, and Science, we also offer specialized books on coding, artificial intelligence, financial literacies, and aptitude to prepare students for the competitive world, and also are aligned with this edtech components. Next is our brands. We operate through multiple brands like Apple Book Company, Orange Leaf Publishers, and Pelican and Sangam, serving to CBSE, ICSE, and state board schools. One of our biggest strengths is that we use a multi-brand strategy to capture different market segments. This structure makes it easier for us to expand into new states across India. And next is our geographical presence. Today, our main business comes from South India, especially from Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. Over a few years, we have also expanded into other regions like Maharashtra, West Bengal, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, and Northeast. Some of them are still small in revenue, but they are growing fast. Our strategy is to grow step by step, district by district across India. So next is our top 10 customers. Here, our business is spread across many schools via distributors. Our top customers contribute up to 45% of revenue till September, but by March it will come down to 30% of our total revenue, while the rest comes from a wide base. This gives us a stable growth and lower risk as we scale the business. Thank you. I will now hand it over to Mr. My brother, Haris Dachepalli, continue with manufacturing. Uh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Mr. Harish, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. About manufacturing facility, we have around 75,000 square feet of in-house plant and machinery, where we have all the machines for making school textbook from web to sheet fed to binding equipment to CTP, lamination, design, etc. And all these machines we purchased a couple of years back, regarding because we were outsourced with our production and we had a lot of problems in timely delivery of products and quality of our product. With the in-house production capacity, we have full control on the quality of the product as well as minimum stock levels and timely deliveries. And at a 22-hour shift, as per the printing industry standards, we are at 40% capacity of utilization. For an 8-hour shift of installed capacity, we are at 90% utilized capacity. Right now, 85% of the printing happens in-house, and 15% of printing is still outsourced due to the seasonal nature of this business. And about warehouse and supply, we have our own warehouse, around 30,000 square feet of warehouse for stocking of all our material and 10,000 square feet of packing and distribution of the product. In and around 150 kilometers of Hyderabad, we give door delivery to all the clients, let it be school or a distributor. Beyond that, we do packing and forwarding with the help of transport companies like Delivery, VRL, Gati, etc. And about our technology, VStudy is our edtech platform. In VStudy, We not just provide videos for every chapter, we also give a complete LMS solution for schools where the school higher management can take attendance of the teachers, teachers can take attendance of the students, and there are test reports you can generate with our AI tool. For example, if any chapter was taught yesterday and the teacher is in the control of pushing mock test to students on the students app, students can solve that app, and depending on that, our AI tool will help the teacher understand whether 70% or 80% of the students have understood the concept, whether she has to come back tomorrow and revise the concept again, or can she go forward with the lesson. And there's a complete different dashboards for teachers, parents as well, to view it. And because of the introduction of this tech tool, what has happened is our adoption rate of our textbooks have increased in schools. Prior to technology, we had like a 10%, 10% share of the school business, but now we have 30 to 40% of adoption rate of our subjects inside the school. And this is how our dashboard looks, where you can watch revised lessons, videos, you can select your class, you can solve your tests. So it works as a very good tool for all the students. We also have another vertical called teacher training programs. Usually, for as running as a publisher, 20 to 30% of our subjects get adopted inside the school. But if a school chooses our teacher training program, it is mandatory that they have to use 100% of our book, our curriculum across all subjects and grades. What happens here is our in-house teachers go to the school. They do a lot of handholding in teacher training programs for the teachers in the school and how to teach our textbooks to students. We also integrate technology inside the school hardware systems. We teach the teacher on how to use the technology, how to use the subject. We conduct workshops for both teachers, students, and parents, and give regular feedbacks. There's an audit report happening every 2 months on the performance of the teacher. This audit reports approved to the principal and higher management. And about textbook development has multiple stages. Usually, boards like CBSE and ICSE provide us with certain guidelines, and our in-house editorial team takes care of these guidelines and create manuscripts and illustrations for this. Once our manuscript is created, we have a peer review and panel review for the content. Then we finalize the content. We go ahead with the language editing and proofreading. After that, we push this content to the design and illustration, where all the artwork and drawing and illustration works happen. After that, we print a sample copy. We distribute this sample copy to a few of our top schools and also in the departments of education to take their opinion only. Once we get their opinion, we make changes according to that opinion, and then we go for bulk printing. Then we distribute these books for promotional activities in schools. As and when our sales team receives orders, we route these orders through our distributors. And once the book is ready, we also push the book to the technology platform where we create LMS platform, test tools, test generator software, AI integration with the dashboards, and also create videos for each and every chapter. And about our competitive strength, since we are almost 100 years old in the industry and almost 60 years old in publishing, we have built a good trust with schools. Some of our customers are 35, 40 years old also. And all our curriculum is new education policy aligned with all the national curriculum framework introduced in 2023. The advantage with our company is because we were also involved in the panel for the education boards across the various boards. We get to know the information on the in terms of any changes in the curriculum, and we immediately start working on adoption of those things in our book. And we are only K-12 focused. We don't want to get to higher education also. We want to stick to school education. And one more advantage is our printing and infrastructure. Since 85% production happens in-house, we are in control of our product, and we have a lot of saving of cost production, and this also helps us increase in our margin. We have a very robust system of distribution where usually publishers tend to open one distribution in one state, and that main distributor gives sub distributions to the people in districts. But in our method, our business development managers and sales head approach each and every district, identify the identify the distributor there who's got good relationship with schools. Usually schools in any vicinity have tie-ups with one particular distributor who not only supplies textbooks but also notebooks and stationery. Our business development team identifies such people who's got good relationship with the schools. We open our accounts with them, and because our distributors are not just limited to sub distribution portion, as they are directly distributors for the company, they not just help in supply chain management, they also help in marketing the product along with our sales team. And about business strategies going forward, we want to increase our market share across the various boards, that is ICSE, CBSE, and state board. We want to continuously update our technology. Right now, we got a lot more tools in technology, and going forward, every year we'll be introducing new features into our LMS system. And about talent, we usually hire from the industry. Otherwise, we take up freshers, and we have continuous sales team and workshops for the training programs. Like we do mock tests with our employees, where we pitch them on how to pitch the product to sale principals or correspondents of the schools, and we train them, and then we send them to the market. And we hire also district wise only. We usually schools in that particular district prefer somebody with their dialect, and it also saves for the company that we don't have to use the relocation costs and other things. So we generally hire from the district, that particular district. About Indian education system, it's around 2.5 lakh crore industry, and school education is only around 75,000 crores. We see a huge potential in this market, and right now we have less than 2% market share in India. And we post IPO, we want to grow our market share to 5% in a strong states where we are present, and 2% decent share in the states where we are going to expand. And you can see our EBITDA and profit has been growing continuously. Multiple reasons for that. One being raw material prices have fallen down, and about new education policy which got introduced, which has helped us grow us in our profits. And our ROE is around 24.47 and ROC is around 14.99. I request Mr. Hari Surya sir to take up with the issue details.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for participating in the proposed IPO of Dachepalli Publishers Limited. The issue we are opening on 22 December and closing on 24th December. Anchor bid we are opening tomorrow. It is a book build issue, and tentatively the listing will be on 30th December. The price band we have put at a lower end 100 rupees, higher end 102 rupees. Total fresh issue. This issue is entirely fresh issue. There is no offer for sale. Totally, we are issuing 39,60,000 shares with the lot size of 1,200 equity shares. The particularly come to retail participation, there is a minimum 2 lots as per the new regulations for retail. So 2,400 shares they have to bid from the retail point of view. See, we are coming out with the 10 PE multiple with the valuation post valuation. It is approximately 152 crore post market cap with the price of upper price band 102. And coming to the why we are raising the funds, we are raising the funds particularly for using the working capital limits. It is approximately 25 crore, and we want to repay some loans to the banks. It comes to approximately 6 crores, and balance will be general corporate purpose and issue expenses.
Thank you very much. Thank you for those wonderful insights. And now the most awaited part, question and answer session. If you'd like to ask something, simply hit the raise hand button and our management team will be glad to take your questions. To keep things smooth for everyone, we'll take a maximum of 3 questions per participant. Let's make this an interactive and insightful conversation. Our first question comes from Mr. Ayush Agarwal. Ayushji, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Firstly, congratulations on going for the IPO and best of luck for the same. Sir, I had a small question that why is our working capital cycle so stretched? Like I have studied a few publishers in the past. So why are we having such an elongated working capital cycle? Firstly, I wanted to understand that. And if I'm reading it right, and I hope I'm reading it wrong, we are at 30 to 40% capacity utilization. Like for us, is that right? That we are at roughly around 30% capacity utilization, and with that capacity utilization, we are having a very, very stretched working capital cycle. So maybe I'm reading it wrong.
No, sir, let me clarify that for you. About working capital cycle in publishing industries, usually working capital cycle is around 5 to 6 months. The reason being is uh, our sale is academic in nature, because before the reopen of schools, all the publishers in India have to keep the stock ready by September 30th. Because from October to December 31st, we get orders from ICSE and CBSE schools, and from January to May, we get orders from state board schools across the country. But our funds are only released once the school reopens on June 15th. Let's say June 15th is a standard date across the country in many states. On June 15th, when the funds open, from there 60 to 90 days we receive our funds. So, and the reason being is because, let's say we are doing 10,000 schools today, and we cannot dispatch in 30 days 10,000 school orders. So it is so good that schools are also placing orders in early to procure material from publishers. They also need time to make sets and keep it ready before the parents come and approach for academic year. And after sending the product to school, school also takes around 30 to 35 days to sell the product to the parents. So that is one reason why our working capital cycle is wrong. And about production, yes, we intentionally we have additional machinery because this is seasonal in nature, and during peak hours, our machines are at 90% utilized capacity in couple of seasons, and during off seasons, we are at minimum use of machines. But in printing industry, if you see, 22 hours is a regular shift, two shifts. In 22 hours shift, we are at 40% utilized capacity, but in a single shift of 8 hours, we are at 90% utilization of capacity. And to clarify one more thing, printing is not our main business. Main business is publishing, where we manufacture school textbooks and supply the school textbooks and sell it in the market. A couple of years back, we were dependent on outside printing in printers, where we had a lot of issues in terms of timely delivery or quality and many other issues. So to avoid all that problems, we first did backward integration. And in printing industry, it's mandatory to have more machines, is because it'll give us a backup during peak seasons. So that reason why we got into printing. Now we have lot more margins in printing, as well as quality of our final product is in our control. We can use better raw materials, better quality, and we can plan our timely productions. That is one reason.
Right. So my final question to you is that specifically when it comes to today CBSE schools and in ICSE schools, the parents have a problem with everything, be it the fees of the school, be it that the school is charging for this, for that, and then they have a problem with the books that the school is recommending them to a certain extent. So when it comes to the pricing of our books, when we look at the pricing of our books, when we compare it to say a local publisher, or when we say compare it to a peer, then how competitive are we? Because at the end of the day, if we are competitive, all things are aligned, because then the parent itself will not have a problem purchasing our book.
Yes, sir. In terms of, because our pricing is very reasonable. One being our quantities of sale are very huge. So because our cost of production is controlled and production is also in-house, our costing is way more better than a lot of other publishers who are dependent on outside printing and outside productions. And most of the publishers don't have warehouses, so their rents are high, their working capital cycle and other things they have to manage. But in our case, most of the things are in-house. So we are in good margins. So we have kept reasonable MRPs, and also compared to our peers, how we are better is we come as a technology plus textbook combination. A lot of publishers don't have tech, or they have just textbook. They are playing as a traditional textbook player. But in our case, we have created a hybrid model of textbook and technology. If a school purchases our textbook, they get technology also for free. They can use our online platform for watching the video of every chapter, for conducting tests, for taking the LMS into their control. So in that way, yes, we are very reasonable.
Okay, so this final question I was going to ask anyway. So your LMS is not separately priced. You are
No.
giving it to any school that is taking your books.
Yes, sir. And the reason being is, last couple of years back, we've also spent crores of money on building that LMS tool. And every year we've been investing good amount of money to create videos for new chapters or new test generator tools or new question banks. And when you calculate that with the amount of books we are selling in 3 million, 5 million textbooks, it's hardly coming to 3 to 4 rupees per textbook. So when we sat and did our calculation, we understood why not just increase the MRP by 10 to 12 rupees and give this tool only for free. So that tomorrow any edtech company is coming and trying to sell that technology to school themselves will tell, already this is available for free, why should we buy it? That has
Right.
got a great advantage for us. And one more thing, what happened is, even if school is using one subject, we are still giving the technology for free. So when the school will not be interested to follow multiple technology platforms for multiple publishers. So we are getting more share of textbooks inside the school. Since our tech is very good, instead of just taking a one maths textbook from us, now they are asking for science, social, and English and other main core subjects also.
Right. So just one more final question. Say if we are to say purchase an LMS today as a school, as a school owner, if they are able to wanting to purchase an LMS today, they are not going with your books, they are not going with your LMS. Like, what is the cost of implementation of an LMS? Say if you have a 3,500 student school today, it is still 12th and it is having a CBSE affiliation. So what is the cost of implementation of an LMS in that school?
So it depends on the features also available at that LMS, sir. Some LMSs in the market today
You
are selling
take
at.
as a peer-to-peer comparison with exactly what you are offering.
Yeah, so in our peer, we are see notice that 20 rupees per student somebody is charging, 50 rupees per student somebody is charging. That is without textbook, only LMS charges. But here we are not making technology only for one school. We are making the technology which could be used in around 10,000 schools. So in that way, our platform cost has come much more cheaper compared to a peer in terms of edtech, because there he's only trying to push the software. Here we are already having business with textbook and providing technology as complementary with the revenues.
So you are not charging that 3540 and you don't have any plan to charge that 3540 in the future.
No, because somebody who's just created the technology and want to create revenue from the technology, for him he's charging 3540. But in my case, it is not 3540. My costing is coming down to 3 rupees when I calculate per textbook.
Okay, right. Thank you, sir.
So when it is so cheap, then why might as well sell it instead, give it for free.
Right.
Thank you. Sir, our next question is from Mr. Deepak Poddar. Deepak ji, please go ahead.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for taking my question, sir. Hopefully, I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. So the first question is that, our margins have jumped from 7% in FY23 to almost 30% in H1. So could you just give us a trajectory of how this has come to be? Because this is really, I think, above industry, I think maybe highest in the industry margins. So some brief of, how this has come in and what level this can stabilize at, sir?
So actually, if you see from 2012 to 2018, our industry, any publisher in industry had this kind of margins. So what has happened in 2020 when Corona hit us, 2021, 2022, these 2 years were affected. So there was no schools, and whatever products we manufactured and kept it ready, nothing moved because schools were closed. And so we had a lot of interest cost to occur on the products which were ready and manufactured. And publishers took like properly 10 to 15 crores or 20 crores per publisher a loss. So that loss went on till 23 and 24. So that is why that backlogging of a loss continued on the books. But from 23 and of what happened, we started doing regular course of business and our businesses grew because small publishers also wound up. So when businesses increased, we came back to our original profits, which was there in 15, 16 or 17, 18. So that was one reason. Second reason is after the introduction of new education policy in 2020, prior to new education policy, every state had its own curriculum. So publishers like us, you have to make different books for different states, separate curriculum for Karnataka, separate curriculum for Tamil Nadu or Telangana, for example. So now new education policy states that we have to follow one curriculum from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Government has also taken a very good step on that. It has taken all consideration from religious sentiments to state sentiments, and they created a uniform curriculum system. So with this system, now we don't have to create multiple products for multiple states. We can make one product which can be sold from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Here, our cost of creating the product was also reduced. And when we were creating multiple products for multiple states, we were printing in less quantities depending on our business in that state or also the, so for example, population of that particular state. There, our cost of productions were high. But in this case, what has happened, since now we are using one product which could be sold across the country, we are printing that product in bulk, cost of production also fell down. And third unit is paper price. In 21, 22, we purchased paper at 150 rupees per kilo. Today, we are purchasing at 70 rupees per kilo. So almost 50% paper cost has also come down. So these are all the reasons which has affected, which has increased our profits. And going forward, we see a hike in our profits because government has also removed GST on education material, especially textbooks and notebooks. So we are seeing another 15 to 20% reduction in the costing, which will also help us grow more margins in going forward.
So, sir, as per you, what would be the steady state margins that we can do? Like, is it around 25 to 30% EBITDA is what we can do, sir?
Yes. So in terms of PAT, we will be doing around 16 to 18% PAT per year on year.
Oh, okay. That's great to know, sir. And sir, with respects to our seasonality, so is H1 better or H2 better? And just wanted to know, current H1 has already, I think, surpassed nearly last year's profit. So how is, our outlook, sir, in terms of H1, H2? Is that, okay, most of our revenue comes in H1 and then H2 is slightly muted? How would you, sir, characterize it, sir?
So yes, our business has increased in the last this quarter. The reason being, me and my brother and our whole team have got a lot more aggressive, and we started doing business in multiple more states, and we introduced more and more products into the company in the last couple of quarters. So that all those got launched now, and for that we are getting more orders. And yes, we have 2 quarters of business, one from October to December and January to June. These are the 2 quarters where we get major business, and from June onwards, our payments will come in around 90 days, 60 to 90 days. That's how the trend of the business is. And going forward, what has happened prior to IPO, we were concentrating on one state per annum, one new state. But now after post IPO, we'll be targeting 3 to 4 states per year. And in the next 2 to 3 years, we want to do business across 28 states and 8 union territories of the country. So our
Oh,
margins are going to grow. Our turnover is also going to grow from further.
that's really great to know. So what's our, top line target that, we have, sir, with us? Because the way we are growing right now is really good, sir. So in terms of, as you said, every year we want to introduce 3 to 4 more states plus new products. So what do you feel will be our top line, sir, in the next 2 years? Can it cross 100 crores?
Sir, I think this year only we'll be doing around 90 crores. Last year we did with 10,000 schools, we did around 63.5 crores. This year we'll be doing 90 crores, and our schools number of schools are increasing. We've also slowly started new teams setting up in states like Rajasthan, Gujarat, Northeast, where we were not very strongly present. And next year we are anticipating around 150 crores of turnover, and after that 200 crores of turnover from today to 3 years.
Okay. That's really, great, sir. So, sir, for this kind of growth, will we need more working capital? Because as I could see, we have lot of, around, I think, a lot of trade receivables and everything. So, what will our, constraint to growth be? Because this is quite high level of growth that, we are expecting.
Yes, sir. We need more working capital on different prospects. Like, for example, right now we have around 600 SKUs in the company. Going forward, to have that complete school education ecosystem, we need 900 SKUs. In the next 2 years, we'll be bringing 300 more SKUs to fill our basket. And also every state where we enter, previously what we used to do when we go state by state, previous year's revenues and profits, we used to keep that in mind and grow state by state, where every state we used to set up an office in the capital of that state. We had a business development manager, sales manager, then marketing team district wise, and then promote our products in that state. And eventually in next 1 quarter or next year, we'll get some or other reasonable business. And looking at the challenges in that state, we were making our so we were bringing out solutions and growing in that state. Now with the 10 states experience in business in 10 states, we have understood the different kind of solutions, different kind of problems every state has. So we came up with a simple strategy on how we can replicate this model and across other states. So when we consider 3 to 4 more states, automatically we need more money to in terms of working capital. And greatest advantages, we ourselves with our own revenues, we did capex investment. We brought in the missionaries and all the warehouses on our own, which can sustain up to 300 crores of turnover. Now we are just looking to scale up our product across the country. And greatest advantage of new education policy is that now we can sell one product across various states. And we've also done some pilot projects in states where to see how our product is being accepted in the states. But we noticed a very good response for our products. Especially, we didn't realize that schools like products coming from the south, and we feel there's very enthusiastic growth going forward.
Okay, great. So there's two more questions from my end, sir. So one, like when we, we are saying we develop SKUs and also we are, doing the test management, question bank and everything. So how much till date we've invested in, developing such products, and going forward, what do you feel that average, cost of developing all these SKUs? Because I'm assuming this would be a very recurring thing about the business, which is setting us apart from all the competitors. So going forward, what do you see as our recurring development, product development cost? And the second question is, sir, do we, give our products to, maybe some AI people to test their, models? Because that's something a lot of publishing houses have started doing. So, have we looked at that aspect, sir?
Yeah, so if you see the 600 SKUs which we have right now, these also get upgraded year on year. If there are any changes from the department, or if we, after getting feedbacks from the school, once they are sold in the school, we also get feedbacks from teacher, and we make changes according which we think are universal in nature, or which can be benefit students lot more than what has already been in the book. That is one reason. And about the 300 SKUs, there's a lot of research happening on them, and year on year development, and sometimes some books get old, and then we have to replace that books. They continue that same 600 and bring in 300 more SKUs. That is one reason. And we have a very robust tech team in house now, who's helped us make this LMS systems or this videos for everything needed in the terms of technology. So we ourselves started with a basic AI right now, where we are pushing our content into AI modules, which helps us create lesson plans, micro schedules, keys for teachers, and also worksheets for each and every subject. So we are also very efficiently using AI. Going forward, our investment will not just be on bringing on textbooks, but also using better AI or better features inside our tools and software tools to bring this. And our tech team also recently helped us build an e-commerce vertical where we were not there before. So this particular e-commerce vertical, what it does is, usually when we go tie up with any school, our tech team creates a special e-commerce link for that particular school, and in the school forwards that link to the parents, and parents can purchase all that school's academic needs in that through that link, where in our warehouse we pack the box and it gets delivered to their house, like how Amazon and Flipkart does. And in that link, their academic textbooks are there, notebooks are there, and stationery is also there. Before this e-commerce model, our adoption rate in the school was 20 to 30%, and now because we have a lot more interaction with the school, we noticed that more than 50% adoption rate of our textbook is getting into in through the e-commerce model, and we have started getting additional revenue sources from notebook and stationery as well. So we did a pilot project last year with 2 schools, and we did a revenue of 3 crores. This year we are tying up with 40 schools now, and to see how it scales up going forward, we'll scale this particular vertical also.
Oh, so that's all. That's great vision, sir. I have more questions, but I'll join back in the line. Let other people ask questions. Thank you so much, all of the
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Deepak. Our next question is from Mr. Paryan Sharma. Paryanji, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good evening, and congratulations for the IPO. So my first question is, as we are not present in most of the western part of the India, we are in the southern part. So if we want to enter and penetrate more in Gujarat and Maharashtra, how do we convince schools to prefer our books? Like, and as per the selection criteria you have seen in southern India, what differentiates your books versus the other publishers?
Thank you, sir, for this question. But yes, usually what we do is we hire sales team from that particular state, that particular district for that region where is marketing. So that local dialect, that local regional feeling also helps, one thing. Second, in terms of textbook, now textbook is same across the country. So our products now can be sold across different states. And when we also tried some mock pilot projects in Gujarat, Rajasthan, and also Madhya Pradesh, and we noticed how our products are being accepted by schools there. So that has been a very positive and very encouraging. And if you notice, in the past 30 40 years, textbooks from the south as well as Kolkata are two main regions where good quality products are coming in terms of textbooks, and schools are very happy to see our product, and that has also given us a little bit more confidence to push our product rapidly and scale it even more further.
Got it, sir. So what is the current debt profile, and how much debt will come down to after the IPO?
Right now, we have only a term loan of around 14 crores, which we have taken for setting up our plant and machinery, out of which 6 crores we will be repaying from the IPO, and the rest our revenues will take care of the EMS.
Got it, sir. And is the current capacity enough to cater the demand for next few years?
Up to the turnover of 250 crores, our current capacity is enough. Beyond that, we'll buy more machinery on need basis.
Got it. So where do we see the paper prices going? Because that also impacts our margins, right?
Yeah, so going forward, we see paper prices are going to go even more cheaper. Reason being is usage of paper is coming down day by day. It's apart from textbooks, usually in packaging also, most of the packaging has moved to corrugated, and printing of diaries, calendars has almost become explained. So only where textbook is used, magazine also moved out. It has gone become more digital in magazine. So only school textbooks is the reason. That is exactly why even paper mills have understood that if we keep the pricing low, we can get at least grab the good amount of market. And also international papers started coming for cheaper than the local mills. So now publishers like us have multiple choices. Even today, if I purchased previously 70 or 80% of my product was domestic paper, now it has become 50% domestic and 50% international.
Got it, sir. So my last question is, where do we see our margins going? Are going to get stabilized here, or they can further improve from here?
Actually, in publishing trade, the margin span is around 16 to 18%. And the growth which we saw in the last couple of years are multiple reasons. One, paper prices being coming down, new education got introduced, and also bulk production of the product of one single product has come. So we've come to that reasonable amount. And before that, there was a dip in profits. It's because of COVID, Corona. So now we came back to our existing profits. Percentage of profits could be the same, but because more and more business will come into the business, in terms of numbers, profits will go, but percentage of business is going to be same. Profit.
Yeah, so one quick question, last question from my side. So, the LMS part of the business looks really interesting. So, tell us that post the introduction of this LMS, are we seeing better adoption from the schools? Are they getting intrigued to get our books versus the peers?
Yes, sir. We have seen better utilization of our textbooks in schools, because what happened was before there are a lot of companies who are coming and promoting their product in schools. Like I said, my peers, and all of them, some have technology, some don't have technology, some don't have 100% technology, some just have a video. So where what we did is, after from 2020, we set up a complete tech team inside office who built the complete solution for school, learning management systems, test generators, apps for students, parents, teachers, regular reports. So when school is using only one product, and when we explain all these things, what has happened? Why should I go for other publisher for another product and use his technology platform? Might as well I use your platform and use it for all different subjects. So like that, from the same amount of schools, now portion of business is growing day by day. And also schools don't move to technology easily, so we are also taking extra pain to help them understand how these tech tools are better for their future and how it makes their job easy. So when they are understanding, they are prescribing more books from our company.
So while schools select the publishers, do they also look at the pricing at which they are getting commissions, and students are also getting at the affordable rates?
Yes, sir. It also depends on where the school is located. Let's say if a school is in tier 2 city, and if the product pricing is very high, they will know that their audience will not take that particular product. So that will affect their admissions also. So schools are also very sensible that way. You should look at the kind of population coming into my school, or kind of which economic background the students are. Depending on that, they choose the product. Uh, and sometimes now new offers are also coming in schools where they are buying the product from us. And if you see my third class set or my second class set, hardly coming to 1500 to 1800 rupees, compared to my peers who are charging 4000, 5000 also. So at this prices, we are also convincing school, instead of charging that extra 2000 rupees from parents to sell this product, why don't you increase the MRP of the school fees, like from 25,000 or 30,000 school fees, just make it to 38,000, 39,000, and provide the textbooks for free. Like that, what is happening, more and more schools, parents are joining such schools. There, that news in that vicinity is spreading, like, this particular school is offering textbooks for free, and they are just increasing the school fee by 2000 or 3000 rupees, which parents are not noticing.
Got it, sir. So has printing improved our margins because it is a part of backward integration?
Yes, sir, printing have increased our margin. If when we were dependent on outsource printers outsource, so they definitely do with certain margin on our job. That margin we are also getting now. And
Yeah, so
also
thank
quality has become better, because now when we pass on our production to outsource printers, we tell them that we need certain quality, but usually it doesn't end up coming like that. Now we are at least very satisfied that quality is also maintained. And when you maintain good quality, good paper, the books get prescribed easily in schools also.
Yeah, sir, I got all the points. Thank you so much for answering my questions.
Thank you. Our next question is from Mr. Sachin Karande. Sachin ji, please go ahead.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So first of all, good evening and many congratulations for the IPO. So there are few questions from my side. First one is that what is the average tenure of a school partnership, and also what is the current utilization level of the printing facility post IPO?
Sir, you're not audible. What was the first question?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, I only heard about the utility capacitation of the printing. What was your first question?
Yeah, so my first question was that what is the average tenure of a school partnership?
Average?
Average
Harish,
tenure.
average tenure. How many years they are?
Tenure. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Usually, when books get prescribed in schools, they continue to use that product for 3 to 4 years. That is, if there is any problem, only they'll change. Otherwise, they'll keep continuing for 6, 7 years. Right now, there are schools who are using my product for more than 7, 8 years also. So our cost of
Okay, and
acquisition cost actually becomes zero in terms if the product is used continuously for 4 to 5 years. And in terms of utility capacitation, we voluntarily kept more machinery so that it can meet our demands in peak seasons. And yes, in terms of 8 hour shift, we are at 90% utilized capacity. In terms of 22-hour shift, we are at 40% utilized capacity.
okay. And how does the NEP 2020 create long-term revenue visibility for your content portfolio? And can you please explain as well that what role do teacher training programs play in uh, customer retention?
Yeah, so new education policy has become a greatest advantage for publishers across the country, not just us. What has happened, like I mentioned before, that we were creating different products for different states. But here, what has happened now, we have one product selling across different states. So now, cost of creating the product is also reduced, and the cost of production is also reduced because we are building the same, uh, printing the same product in bulk quantities. These are the two reasons. And about teacher training programs, yes, if you see most of the schools, only tier 1 schools have good teachers, highly qualified teachers. Tier 2, tier 3 schools do not have qualified teachers. Sometimes they are somebody who has just passed out or graduated or just plus 2 teachers also. So their education, even the book is good, the teaching is not good. So at such places where we handhold with the schools, we take their teachers, we train them with our product, we train them how to teach this book to the children, and we do workshops with them. We do mock rounds with her. Our teacher goes to the school continuously 3 to 4 times in a year, and there are 3 to 4 times audit happens in the school from our company. That automatically improves the standard of the teaching inside the school. Because of that, now to do that program, we make it mandatory that 100% of the product should be utilized from the company.
Okay, so that was nice to hear. And can you please walk us through the end-to-end monetization model of VE study, including pricing, adoption rates, and margin contribution over the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, so about we study before prior to, actually, if you see it looking at technology, couple of years back, every book had a CD behind it. So even it's like publishers have only created bought the technology in, just that we never took credit for that work. So later on, what happened during COVID, we have noticed that edtech companies started taking credit over that. We brought technology into education, technology into education. That is not, it is the biggest myth in the market today. But only change what happened was from CD writing, we have moved to an application now which can be downloaded in your from your Android store or Apple store. Now that particular CD had everything needed for the school. Like we had a software running inside the CD, which was playing videos, which helped you in test generating tools and all. That same thing has now moved to applications. And instead of now, because it is a big myth that textbook companies are a traditional textbook publishing companies. That's not true. Now almost all publishing companies in India have become a hybrid model where they also make textbooks and they also provide technology. And to to eliminate the threat of tech companies, what we did is, since we are selling in bulk quantities of our textbooks, the cost incurred on developing the technology is coming down into very reasonable charges. So we increased our MRP by 10 or 15 rupees depending on the textbook, and we started providing the technology for free. And now every year, once you build a platform, the platform can be used for 7 to 8 years. So if you divide that, we have already broke even in the technology platform. The only thing where every year now we are doing is we're including new features like getting AI in terms of learning or test tools, and how more generative AI can be adopted inside the LMS platforms, how it can be used in teaching, how we can change language inside the content. Like for example, if the book is in English and the teacher wants to move it to Marathi, with just click of one button in AI, it automatically the content changes to Marathi language. So like that, all those new things we are bringing in to make it much more easier for the school to teach.
Okay, and what about the margin contribution over the next couple of years?
So percentage
Just
of margin will be 16
specify.
to 8. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
please go ahead.
PAT percentage will be 16 to 18%. But when we grow in terms of more quantities in production, there could be chances of growing in margin. And we also noticed that margins will grow from the next year is because government has removed GST on educational material, especially textbooks and notebooks. So when we procure the material, also we are getting at a 15% more cheaper. That will also add up in our profits from next year.
Okay. And what is the long-term vision of the company over the next decade? Actually, we talk about as a publisher, a tech platform, or integrated education solutions company.
So going forward, we'll be an integrated education solution company, which will, as long as there is demand for textbook, will push textbook in the schools. If the schools are moving to ebook, we are ready to supply ebook today. So we'll become that integrated solutions partner for a school, where we not just provide textbook technology all together as a as a combined solution. That's what we're doing. Right now, we are at 10,000 schools. In the next 3 to 4 years, we want to be in 25,000 schools in across 28 states and 8 union territories of the country. We want to be a national player. That's our goal and motto for now.
Okay, for the decade actually. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. And just last question, one more from my side. In that, why was the chosen IPO size optimal at this stage of the company's growth? And how will IPO profits materially reduce working capital pressure?
We've agreed with the valuations we got with the depending on the turnover what we have and how much business we are doing. I think it's a very reasonable valuation, very humble valuation. And even though when we are coming at this price, we are very confident that by the time we reach main mode, it'll be more than 400 rupees or 500 rupees our share price. That's one thing. And how our IPO proceeds are going to help us is one. Now we'll be setting up offices across the states where we are not present. We'll start promoting our product everywhere. We'll setting up team. We have to buy vehicles for our sales and marketing team. We have to set up offices. We'll bring in more SKUs which could be sold across the country. And also we'll do bulk purchase of raw materials from now on, which will fetch us more in bulk discounts, which will again help us in getting more margins.
Okay, okay, sir. So that was it from my side. Thank you so
Sir.
much for all the information, and once again, congratulations for the IPO.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, our next questions are from Mr. Darshan Gala. Darshan ji, please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Hopefully my voice is audible.
Yes, sir.
I just want to understand whenever a site gives you an order, like is it like you get a close to
Sir, you're not audible. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
No, sir, your voice is
No,
breaking.
sir.
Yes, sir. Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, please go ahead.
I just want to understand whenever a school gives you an order, is it like the whole school में जितने भी standards होते हैं, all of those orders come to you, or is it like some standards books order come to you and some standards books goes to somebody else?
It is a choice of the school, sir. They could give us one subject for all the classes. They could give one class all the subjects, or they can just choose our product on certain classes, certain subjects also. We are open to sell however they want.
So generally, how it works, like existingly, whichever school you're supplying, is it like the school have more vendors like you, or majority of the orders flows to you only?
See, it again depends on region to region. If you look at South, especially in Hyderabad, when we get orders, at least 70 to 80% of the products inside the school belongs to our company because we are locally present here. But when you're going little far off, like probably Madhya Pradesh or Maharashtra, we have noticed 30% of our product adoption. But on regular use of our product, every year our product percentage is going inside the school. Initially, maybe we are entering one school with maybe one Hindi textbook, but next year our grammar is also getting in. Then post that our mathematics will also get in. So it's a long process. This industry needs a lot of patience. But yes, wherever we are present right now, at least 30 to 40% on an average, our products are used in the school on every
So
school where we are.
understood, sir. So is it like these orders comes to you on a tender basis, like, or how does the matlab, how do you get the orders? If you have to
So
fill some tender or something, or how it goes?
no, so we are doing our business with private schools where our sales and marketing team go to the schools, promote our product, tell the merits of our product, the outcomes what they can expect from by using our product. Then it is the choice of the school on which publisher's product they have to prescribe, and on that merit basis they give us the order. There's no tender as such in
All
private
right,
schools.
all right.
But
I
in
understood.
government schools, yes, there is a tender process conducted by the government where the highest bidder or the lowest price will get an order to print and distribute that material.
All right, all right. So currently you're in Hyderabad, so the it would be easy for you to penetrate in schools which are in Hyderabad. But what strategy would you be planning? You said that you're winning 30 to 40% orders even in Maharashtra, but to get higher percentage share, or whenever your marketing team talks to the schools present in Maharashtra, what is the most unique selling point you have that they will choose you over the guys which would be already established there?
Usually what happens is in any state when you enter, it's not like the first year you're going to get business or you'll be
Correct,
successful. Some states
correct,
you'll take time. Some states because there's not many publishers in that particular state, you could be successful even the day one. So
correct.
where what happens here is you need to have patience and also irrespective you're making profits or not in that particular state. Since you entered, make 100% justice to that state, give 100% service post selling the product also. If they want replacement of one book, if they are not able to adopt the technology, go help the school with training of the technology, how to log in or how to use the technology platform. So if you have this regular servicing happens post sale also. So when school understands that this company is continuously involved in the education program in the school, that's when they start giving you more and more subjects into it. They also try with one subject. Going forward, they will continue with more subjects if you are present. What happened in Hyderabad is not only because we are regionally present, we have done that continuous service to schools. So when that happens, we built a trust here. So because of that trust only, we are still surviving in the market. Even though our brand is almost 100 years old, the reason why we are still in the market is because of the trust and the responsibility we take among our clients.
Correct, correct, correct. I understood. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. So we have follow-up questions from Mr. Ayush. Ayush, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I had just one follow-up question that school business, even though it is very competitive, it is a very sticky business. Like once you are supplying to any private school, then they will not easily change you. And the payment term of that school is also very good. So, say for example, now you have your own e-commerce, you have your own LMS software, you've developed this, and now, if any school out there, they may be using something like an iGuru, they may be using something like an EduNext. There are 10 other softwares in the market. So अब उनके अगर 3500 3000 4000 स्टूडेंट अगर उस सॉफ्टवेयर पे हैं और अगर वो 10-15% एक्स्ट्रा एक पब्लिशर को दे रहे हैं, तो why would they go out of the way and they would change a publisher and they would change their entire ecosystem? This time unable to understand. मतलब ठीक है, cheaper हो सकता है, ठीक है, थोड़ा सा UI बेटर हो सकता है आपका, वो भी मैं टेस्ट करूंगा तो मेरे को पता लगेगा. अभी मैंने वो प्रॉपर टेस्ट नहीं किया है, जस्ट सीन द स्क्रीनशॉट्स इन योर प्रेजेंटेशन. बट स्कूल बिजनेस स्टिकी इतना होता है दैट अ स्कूल may want to pass on the cost to the parents rather than change a software altogether, which can have a lot of repercussions. That is the reason जल्दी एफिलिएशन भी स्कूल नहीं लेता है. एक बार अगर एफिलिएशन एमपी बोर्ड का भी ले लिया है तो वो सीबीएसई बोर्ड के लिए जल्दी नहीं करेगा, वो एमपी बोर्ड में ही रहेगा बहुत टाइम. या किसी ने यूपी बोर्ड ले लिया है तो वो यूपी बोर्ड में ही रहेगा. तो वो मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
Sir, actually, what happens here, what you should understand is how much ever technology we are providing for free or even for a charge, no, the percentage use of the technology is only 20 to 25% in the school because they are also busy. They have to complete the syllabus, they have to conduct tests, all the exams, quarterlies, half yearlies, final exam. The use of technology is very less. So, what happens is when you are paying for the technology and the usage is less, parents and teachers are also feeling the pinch. So when we understood that pain, what we noticed that what is the major use of technology? What are they doing? They are watching the video which we are providing as a revision tool, right? So only for revision tool, why should I buy this whole LMS system? Might as well just provide that system. Let them use the video for free. That is one point. Second, about tests. 70% of the text still happens on pen and paper only in majority of the schools. How much ever tool we are providing, the software is there, but usage of the software is very less. So when we look at that, so if somebody is moved into iGuru platform, if iGuru is not selling a textbook, it becomes very difficult to integrate between my textbook and somebody else's software. So to mitigate that problem only, we brought technology inside the company. So tomorrow, if any edtech company is trying to become a education player, he has to come like a complete basket like us. He has to sell textbooks also. He has to sell the software together, bundle together. If you are either selling one thing at a time, there's always a gap in communication in between textbook and technology. So to solve that problem, we brought in the technology for free. I'm not saying that they won't have business or we won't have business. Wherever we have business, because of this technology, our percentage share inside the school is growing.
Got
And
it,
when
sir.
you go to a new state like Madhya Pradesh, like you mentioned, if you go to Indore or Jabalpur, and when you go pitch our product, some tech companies have not reached places like Jabalpur. So when my product is reaching there with a combined, in fact, we are teaching them how to start a computer also.
Okay, so you've reached Jabalpur, you are saying.
Oh, I am there everywhere. Satna, Jabalpur, Gwalior, Indore, every place in Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal, we are there everywhere.
Okay. And what you told about the integration of a publisher with your technology. So now, if there is an outside publisher, are you working or do you have plans to integrate that publisher with your technology also?
No, sir, I'm not interested. It creates a lot more hassle because our AI tool has to work on their content. Then the video won't match with our content. We don't want to do it. We want to just sell our product in the market.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have follow-ups from Mr. Darshan Gala. Darshanji, please go ahead.
Hi sir, I'm here again. Sir, you said starting में आप एक बार के लिए लॉस भी कंसिडर कर लेते हो बट आप सर्विस उनको टॉप नॉच देना चाहते हो whenever you're entering into newer states right now. So फिलहाल आप कैन यू बाइफरकेट परसेंटेज वाइज के कौन से स्टेट से आपको कितना रेवेन्यू आ रहा है?
अभी नॉर्थ वर्सेस साउथ में देखे तो वी आर 70% फ्रॉम द साउथ वी आर गेटिंग एंड 30% बिजनेस वी आर गेटिंग फ्रॉम द नॉर्थ एंड गोइंग फॉरवर्ड इट इज गोइंग टू बी 60-40 in 3-4 years we want to make it 50-50.
बट हैव यू लाइक एनालाइज कि आपको कोई न्यू स्टेट में घुसने के लिए कितना टाइम लग सकता है या ब्रेक इवन होने के लिए? हैव यू लाइक एनालाइज दैट इंटरनली?
Yes, sir. Usually it takes 2 to 3 years to get a good reasonable amount of business from that particular state. First year will definitely be a loss. From second year, you'll start breaking even.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Deepak ji, please go ahead with your questions.
Ruchika, Harisurya this side.
Yes, sir.
Before anything, then there are small developments in the business also. So maybe Harish can explain in the 2 minutes. Harish.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, I'll run you through another presentation about our e-commerce vertical. So this year we did a pilot project with this Pelican Edu Supply. It's an e-commerce vertical. This our in-house tech team has created this, where we create a special link for the school, and it goes ahead that school will forward this link to the parents, and through this link we'll sell the textbooks, stationery, and also notebooks. We did a pilot project last year, and from 2 schools we did 3 crores of turnover, and this year we tied up with 50 schools. Going forward in the next 3 years, we want to get at least 700 to 1,000 schools into this platform. And to match the demands of this, we started acquiring some land nearby so that we can set up a bigger warehouse only to run this program. Right now, with the amount of business we are having, we noticed that we've reached a decent quantity of 5,000 pieces of anything, like let's say 5,000 pieces of notebook or stationery, 5,000 geometry boxes. The moment we cross 20,000 pieces, we'll start getting our own brand also here. Now, in terms of stationery, we are purchasing from Camlin, Natraj or DOMS, and notebook multiple vendors. We are white labeling that notebook to the school name also. This is how the dashboard looks, where the parent can go ahead, select the class where the child is, select all the material he needs, which were mandated by the school. Automatically, in the backend team, we pack this material and we send it to their house, like how Amazon or any other platform or any e-cart provider, we use a third-party courier department, whichever is good in that particular vicinity. And the 50 schools which we tie up are not just from Hyderabad. Some are from Coimbatore. Some are some are even from Betul in Madhya Pradesh, and one or two are in from Bangalore also. And this is Vidya Vastra, because we've been present in the industry for so many years. Continuously, schools have been asking for if there is any good player for uniform, and so we didn't know that. We thought, since we have a complete tech team in house, we built a software to uniform integration also, where during summer holidays, whenever there's a new admission process happening in schools, we send a tailor from school, and because admissions happen during summertime, all the classrooms are empty. Schools let us use their classrooms, where we set up our kiosks, when we put the display of dresses from small, medium, large for both boys and girls, and the parents can take their child inside, try the dresses, and in case if any child's measurement falls between small and medium or small and extra small, since the person going from the company is a tailor, he'll have an iPad with him with the software installed. He can just then and there take the measurements, enter the codes inside the software, and then automatically a code gets generated. And with the use of that e-commerce portal, parents can just use this code in the e-commerce portal, and in the backend we get to know that whether it's a pre-stitched uniform or it need a custom stitch. We make the design accordingly, and we pack the box and send it to the students. We are doing pilot this year with 3 schools, and we want to understand the challenges in this business. If it once we mitigate the challenges, we'll scale up this particular line also. So these are a couple of the developments what we do.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful insights. Participants, please use the raise hand feature to ask your questions. Sir, you have again follow-up question from Mr. Deepak. Deepak ji, please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for the follow-up opportunity, sir. So, sir, just wanted to know, like, in two questions, sir, in terms of, like, in this platform and everything, how much money we've invested till date, and what do we feel that we'll have to invest going forward in the platform, like the e-commerce or the LMS platform? And, sir, when we say that, we are in 10,000 schools right now, like if we can bifurcate how many schools we are serving from class 1 to 12, how many we are in only few classes, like in, and how many we are in few subjects, because we also, like, as we want to go to 25,000 schools also, but even in, I'm assuming in the 10,000 school also, we are not at our fullest potential, right? So if we could, have that bifurcation, even a rough range is fine, because that will come to know that, okay, maybe like 1,000 schools we are there from A to Z, like all the schools, that 1,000 schools completely dependent us for all their things. So that would be, giving us the truest picture of how our, deep, what's the potential that we can do. So
So just to answer your question, right now we are, if you average our presence in the 10,000 schools, we are at 30% present. Like to make it even more simple, let's say we are 3 subjects in one school. So that's the average across 10,000 schools. And out of this 10,000 schools, at least close to 800 to 1,000 schools, 100% of our product is there. And out of this 10,000 schools, 1,000 schools are using our teacher training program, where 100% of our product is there. And the rest of the 8,000 schools, 30% average, our place is there. So going forward, since I'll be heading this textbook division, my target is to get the 30% adoption in 25,000 schools. And in the 10,000 schools where we are there, we want to get 50% adoption. By offering all this technology for free, we also give printed question paper for free. So we also provide lesson plans, micro schedules to teacher, where each and every student get a question paper, and all the question paper is designed by our in-house editorial. So we made the job a lot more easier for teacher just to teach, and the rest of the things are taken care by the company. That's the current model of presence. And yes, so if you see in the market share, right now we are less than 2% market share in our strongest states. So going forward, we want to increase our market share to 5% in our strongest states and 2% in the states where we are not present.
That's really great, sir. So just also my first question, sir, in terms of the investments that we've already done and what is the figure that we, because I'm assuming this would be a substantial figure. That's all. That's
Yeah,
my
so from day zero, like when we were using CD at that point of time, also we were investing in technology. But year on year, we were investing like 50 lakhs or 60 lakhs. But last 4 to 5 years, we invested close to 4 to 4.5 crores. But now with this investment, we made a complete base of tech. After this, year on year, we'll be investing only 30 to 40 lakhs or 50 lakhs, depending on the features we want to introduce or the new things we want to introduce. But having a tech team is a great advantage for the company. Why? Because they have not just created this complete LMS or education tool. We have created in-house ERP systems, stock management systems, and sales team reporting system, geolocations of our complete sales and marketing team. We know what they are doing, where every time our sales team visit a school, they take a snapshot of the school. They can enter all the details of the school. We created a complete database. And also with our e-commerce portal, what has happened now? Now we have out of the 50 schools where we tied up, each school is having around 800 to 600 student strength. Now, all the 50 schools with the number of student strength, we have that complete database now. We start selling cross selling of other items also through our websites. Now, me and my brother are involved. Going forward, my wife and my brother's wife are also joining the business, who will handle other verticals, where I'll be focusing only on the textbook in the main business. My brother is taking care of curriculum enabled in our schools, and our wives will come and take care of the edtech platform, e-commerce platform, where what happens is once we get the database of all the students, we cross sell other items also to parents directly, like educational toys, additional worksheets to parents, holiday homework works, so other things. So it is a multi-growing industry. We are not just going one direction. Each of us have taken different control in different areas and going forward.
okay. Fair enough. So yeah, that's it from my side. So thank you so much for all that.
Thank you. Sir, we have a few questions in the chat box. Uh, how do we manage unsold inventory?
So we built our tech team helped us build an ERP software solution where it gives us an average of how many quantities are sold in the last 5 years, which book in which trend is high, which trend is low, which is going ahead, which is going low. Depending on that, we maintain our minimum stock level. And since the production is in-house, in case of emergency, we can print it immediately also. And also, since we are closely aligned with all the departments in education, like my father is actively involved in the CBSE board and state boards, there, every time whenever they want to change any particular subject, they also have a discussion with my father and a lot of other publishers, where we get information in first hand, knowing that we know that in 2 to 3 years this particular product will be released. We start reducing that particular stock in the company also, so that we immediately upgrade that one and finish the stock.
Okay, sir. Thank you, very well explained. What is the current revenue split between print textbooks, digital platforms, and academic support tools? How do you see this mix evolving over the next 3 to 5 years?
So now it is like an integrated solution, tech and textbook. So we are only pushing the textbook where we're providing technology as free. Usage, adoption of technology is depending on the school whether they want to adopt it or not. But 99% of the revenue comes from textbooks, which has an inclusive benefit of technology. Going forward, this vertical will be pushing it a lot more faster. And yes, our e-commerce vertical also will start slowly scaling up, looking at the challenges, what are problems we are going to see, how we are mitigating those issues, and we'll push that also.
Right, sir. Thank you. Eschand listed and leader in segment is trading at 11 PE, and we are asking for around same PE. How do we justify this, and why are we people not to invest in Eschand and do in Dachepalli?
So that I can only tell you how we are different from SCHAN. The reason is we are only concentrating on school education, that is from kindergarten to class 10th. And in our idle time, we are also trying to look at other products which we can sell to the same school, that is the same customer. This is our full-time job, and we'll be continue doing this only. But whereas our other peers in the listed space like SCHAN or Navneet, they have other products. One is higher education, one is notebooks, and one is stationery, which they are also promoting in retail market outside schools. We are not going to do that. We want to stick to schools, and we want to increase our share of business in terms of textbook and other products which we can sell only to the schools, not outside. This is our differentiation. So, and since we are coming at a very reasonable, humble valuation, and our market presence is less than 2%, so you can see going forward, me and my brother or the whole team, my whole company is very enthusiastic and very encouraging, and we want to grow rapidly. So when you when you buy our share at this humble prices, going forward, you know how many excess you will make over time.
Thank you, sir. Very well articulated. Sir, one question is from Mr. Nikhil. Came to know from Chittorgarh.com that some case has been filed on Dachepalli in MSME for non-payment of some bill. Is it true? And if yes, please give some background on this.
So that's just a rumor. Don't even look at it. There's no litigation, legal litigation on a company in the last 50 years.
Right, sir.
In fact, we've also
Thank you.
not filed any case on anybody till now. It is just somebody who doesn't like us who's just been posting some random rubbish.
Okay, sir. And sir, why long-term investors should hold this stock? Just a long-term view for the
Uh,
company.
So if you look at our clients, for say, some are with us for almost 30, 40 years. The reason why big is because the amount of trust we developed, the amount of responsibility we take on our client, and it's a lot of handholding happens. It's not just selling the textbook and going away for till the next academic year comes. So we multiply, we visit the schools give us feedback, we keep changing the content, we keep upgrading the lessons. If we upgrade the lesson, we have to upgrade the tech platform, and we have to take care of the stock levels and all that. So we are very well experienced in this business, and anybody who's interested in long term gain with us, we request them to join us, not somebody who's looking for a listed small time listing or small time gains, because we have very ambitious plans. And going forward, when we enter all the 28 states and 8 union territories of the company, by the time we reach main board, we are at least having a 4x to 5x of our share price.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the perspective. It was very clear. And this brings us to the end of today's session. Thank you all for joining us. We sincerely appreciate the management team for sharing their valuable insights, and we thank each one of you for your time and continued confidence in Dachepalli Publishers Limited. I now invite the management to share the closing remarks.
Thank you everyone for attending today's session. Please encourage us with this IPO. We have very ambitious plans, and we're going to be a national player very soon. And being a part of us is like being a part of our family. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.